Why Iran raided a Satanist concert and arrested hundreds. Last week, Iranian authorities arrested over 260 people at an underground music festival, labeling the event a Satanist gathering. The mass arrests, which took place in the Shahriar area of Tehran province, included 146 men and 115 women who were charged with participating in an unauthorized gathering and consuming alcohol. According to the state run Tasnim News Agency, agent attendees were adorned with signs and symbols of Satanism on their attire and accessories, and authorities seized alcohol and psychedelic drugs and 73 vehicles. The incident follows the death of Iran's President Ebrahim Raisi and Foreign Minister Hossein Amir-Abdollahian in a helicopter crash on May 19th, adding to the turmoil. All individuals except the event organizers have since been released, with three European nationals among those initially detained. So, basically, there was an underground music concert that was happening, which, by the way, sounds completely badass.
It's just
Um,
metal, isn't it?
yeah, it's just like metal. There are a couple really badass metal bands that come out of Iran. Many of them had to flee the country. Um, and okay, no, scroll down a little bit. So, wait, no, right there for the Iran International in bed. Yeah. Okay, so this is an image that kept on being included for this news story, and I cannot tell based on the information on the reports provided if this is an actual image of things seized from this party, because if it is, it's just straight up like child's Halloween decorations. Like, one
Yeah,
of
what the
them is
hell?
like a skull telephone. Look, it's a skull telephone with a bone for the phone. And they're like, "You know what? This is Satan." I'm like, "This is plastic Halloween decorations. What are you talking about?"
Yeah, what the hell?
Um, so if this is actually real images of stuff seized from this underground party, that is hilarious if true, because it looks like any Party City clearance sale. Uh, like one of them is a little headband with pumpkins that just, boing boing on your head. Like but it's photographed like it's a drug bust.
It's how is the
With all the
bunny
money and
devil
fentanyl on
worship?
the table. They're like,
How is the
"Look at
bunny
our
mask
bust."
devil worship? Okay, this is like okay, this is neither I, a lot of times people confuse metal with devil worship, but this is not even metal. This is Halloween. Like I don't know about you, but I haven't seen people wearing bunny costumes in metal gathering, right? It's more of a Halloween thing than a metal thing. Like how is this how is the bunny costume a devil worshipping thing? How is that related? I don't understand. Like you have pumpkins, you have
Yeah,
pumpkin.
little
I don't.
jack-o'-lanterns.
Devil worshippers don't have pumpkins. Okay, you don't have. That's not a devil worshipping ritual to have pumpkins. That's a Halloween thing. Oh my! I don't know what's happening here.
Yeah, so I don't know if this is actually what they seized from the party, but if so, hilarious. Um, but Armin, what do you know, like, when you were back in Iran, did you ever go into, like, any underground music scenes or whatever? Was that, like, a big thing during your time, or is it a more
I
recent
mean, it
thing?
was a thing. I just didn't. I was such a good nerd. I was such a good boy. I was just such a good boy. I didn't. I was just like studying and stuff. I was a nerd. I wouldn't go to stuff like that.
Oh my god. Why? But you were a bad boy because you would go find all the kids that weren't fasting during Ramadan and then go hit on girls because those were the bad girls.
Yeah, but nerdy bad girls. I would like
Oh.
university. university student bad girls, not like underground metal bad girls. I would find like, yeah, like if they were in university.
Hell yeah. Hell,
Yeah.
man, I wish I could talk to one of my friends about this because this seems like the kind of thing that he would have been into before he left Iran, and I bet he could give me some really good details. Um, God, yeah. Here's the thing. I love a good underground music scene. It's so much fun just to be like at a rave in an abandoned shack on the side of the highway or like in the woods. It's a lot of fun. So as threatening as it is to deal with the morality police, a certain level I think adds to the excitement and makes it more legit in terms of like how much of a, a real rebel you are. You know what I mean? It adds to the
Yes.
authenticity. Like, I
Yes.
know some people who were, like, openly gay in the 1970s when America was much more homophobic, and, now they're, like, old gays, and they're like, "It's a good thing that we have all this acceptance. At the same time, there's less edge, and I kinda miss it." They're like, "Back when it was actually a threat, you know what? It was a bit more exciting." I'm like, "Oh my god."
These are just young guys want to have fun, and but like these
Yeah.
are like they're not devil worshippers or Satanists. They're just like these are just the symbols that you use. I think they're also a little bit confused. Like they're using Halloween symbols because it just seems like dark and stuff, like with their metal party. But again, they're just
I'm
trying to have
still not
fun.
convinced that that's from the same event. I'm
That's
not convinced that it's from the same event.
I
It
think they
almost
just I think these are just I think they just got their hands on anything that seems dark. You know what I mean? I don't maybe if it is from the same event, like they were just trying to have like a dark metal, custom party, and there's not that many ways to have fun, and this is just their way, and they got arrested. So 260.
Mhm.
By the way, is this like where are the girls? Was this a sausage fest?
I mean, it said that out of the people that were arrested, 115 were women. Apparently, everyone got
Oh,
released.
really? Okay, I missed
Yeah,
that part. I was away.
yeah.
Okay, so good job, guys. You actually managed to keep a good ratio as well. Impressive. so that's pretty good. Oh, I feel bad for them now. Now this was a good, successful kind of party, like with large. I mean, maybe
Yeah.
it was too big. Yeah, it was like you should keep it to under 50, or else it would be too loud and it's dangerous, and you get arrested.
Mhm.
260 people. That's gonna get the attention of the authorities, of course.
Apparently,
Yeah,
there are
it was
some
too
really good
ambitious.
parties that happen in Iran. Like, my friends have told me some pretty crazy
Yes.
stories about parties with psychedelics in the desert. I'm like, "Damn, that sounds badass." I'm not gonna lie.
Actually, it's 260 people, and you're saying 150 were women? This was a
One
pretty good ratio.
115.
15. Okay.
Yeah, and
Wow, that's
146
like
men.
almost half half. How
Yeah,
did they?
yeah.
That's pretty hard to do. Okay, good job, guys. Sorry, what didn't work out.
I love that that's your concern. You're like, "What's the ratio?"
Yeah, like that's what I want to know before I go to a party. Like, I'm like, are you gonna come? Like, okay, give me the ratio. Let me see if it's worth
Oh my god. Such a
it.
man.
Yeah. All right, guys, make sure
Oh
you keep
gosh.
liking the stream. We need the likes, okay? We need the likes. I know some people use the super chat, but you don't have to spend any money to support this channel. You could like the stream, and that will also help us out. So thank you so much for everybody doing that.
You
But
gotta
again, thank you
fight
also to the super chat people.
for your right to
So-
party.
yeah. Yeah, that's actually totally true for these guys.
D is saying that chicks dig
Okay.
metal too, and then wait, where was someone? And then most metal shows are sausage fests. You know what? You're
Yeah,
not
that's why
entirely
this is
wrong.
But that's why this was so impressive that they got like almost a 50-50 ratio. That's pretty good. Good job, guys. Like whoever the organizer or like, I'm actually very impressed.
They got some
I was
pull.
kind of like looking
Okay.
down upon them because of the Halloween costumes and the
Yeah,
metal,
yeah, 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 yeah.
thing. I was like, you guys are like kind of new. Like, what the
Okay, with
hell's
the
wrong with you?
Halloween costumes, I swear to God, Armin, there's a part of me that thinks that maybe like the regime officials that cracked down on this just went and found some Halloween shit to put in a photograph. Like that is
Yeah,
not
yeah.
outside the realm of possibility because it's like
Or if
so weird.
I okay, I think this is what happened. Okay, the organizers were true, like they were metal and they know what they're doing, but they told people that if you're coming, you need to have something. You need to have a costume or something dark, all right, just to fit in. And the other people who just wanted to come party and they didn't know what they're doing, they're like, oh my, let me just grab something. Like they look around the house, like they probably had something left over from Halloween. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna wear these on my head, and they're like, go. Maybe they will let me in, right? So the organizers knew what they were doing, but the people showing up, they just wanted to put something on so they could be considered like dark enough to be let in. I think
How
that's how
much do
those
people
Halloween stuff got in.
celebrate Halloween now?
Oh,
Is it
they.
a
Oh
thing?
my god, are you kidding me? In Iran, Halloween, definitely. Yeah,
Did you celebrate
Western.
Halloween when you were a kid?
No, no, no. Not
Okay.
as not back when I was there, but now, it's just Christmas and Halloween and all
I
that
know
stuff.
Valentine's Day got
Valentine's Day.
really big,
Oh,
but I didn't know
Valentine's Day is
Halloween was big.
big. Back when I was in Iran, how Valentine's Day was not that big of a deal, right?
Mm,
Like no, it wasn't a thing. But now it is. All the Western holidays. Yeah.
hell
I
yeah.
mean, again, the regime doesn't like it, but they cannot stop it. It's just too much,
Mhm,
especially Valentine's Day.
mhm, mhm. But do people
Mm.
do trick or treating?
So we had something kind of like trick or treating that was Persian. So we had that. We had like these metal. We had like bowls and like we had spoons, and we would hit on them in front of your door, and it'd be so annoying until you show up and give us some candy. So we had something similar to that, but it wasn't on
No.
Halloween. It was another holiday.
That's actually rude as hell. We don't do that shit in America, and what we have is already pretty annoying.
Yes, yes, yes.
You're
So we
telling
would
me
we
I
had
have to
something.
deal with
Yeah.
squads of children showing up, bashing pots in front of my house, harassing what kind of extortion is this? What kind of extortion racket is
Yes,
this?
it actually gets so loud, and they won't go away until you show up with candies. It's like so
Yeah,
loud,
I bet a bunch
so
of
many kids.
kids get smacked doing that. How many kids got smacked doing that?
No, it was part of the culture. People accepted it. You had candies.
Because they're
It's
being
kind of
held
like trick or
hostage.
treat.
They accepted it.
Yeah, yeah, it's kind of like trick or treat, but you start with the trick, and then the trick stops until you get a treat.
When you
That's like
cough
how
up the candy.
it.
This is why we don't negotiate with terrorists.
It's called bushkabzani, which means dish hitting. Bushkabzani.
Wow.
So
It's in the
yeah,
name. You're being a
yeah,
little shit.
yes, yes. So yeah,
Is it during the day or is it at night?
it's at night. Yeah,
Oh, God help
kids
me.
show up at your. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's basically like Halloween, but instead of you hitting like knocking the door or hitting the
Mhm.
bell, imagine 10 or 20 kids at your door, and they're all like hitting on like heavily, like with their spoons hitting on the pot, and like it's a huge noise. And then you show up outside and give them candy, and then they go.
And then you
And then the
have to
next,
hear them go door to door throughout your entire neighborhood
yeah.
until they eventually freaking leave. Are you kidding me?
Yes, yes, yes. And no, no, and then the next batch will come. So that's the next, like during that night, like you would have probably like 10 to 20 different groups of kids showing up at your door with that noise. I don't know if they still
Yo.
do it. Anybody from Iran do they still do that? Because that was a huge thing back in our
Do
day.
they is there any way to opt out of this? Because in Halloween, we have, like, a symbol
Oh
where if you have your porch
no,
light on,
you come,
that means
you
you do
become.
have kids.
This is what
If you
you do.
have
As
no
soon as
porch
you hear
light,
it,
that
you
means
open.
don't approach.
No, no. So I remember some people had like sick people in their home, and
Uh-huh.
every time they hear the spoon, somebody would jump out like, "Shh, shh! I have candy, guys. Please, I have a sick mom. Please, please, not here." and then they will stop, and then you will give them candy. But you will have to do that like multiple times. Like as soon as you hear them coming, you have to jump out. Like, guys, please, I have candy. Not here. Not this house. We have a sick. I have a sick mother that needs to sleep. Like, so it's kind of a hassle.
Like, I have a baby sleeping. Please, for the love of God. Oh my God.
Right.
Oh,
A
we
lot
got a
of things
super.
have changed.
Do
Yeah,
they?
since I was in Iran. Because
Yeah.
like now people like now if you go to Iran, if you go to a park, people are just walking with their dogs. Like back when I was in Iran, that was like people didn't have pet dogs. Or if they had pet dogs, they wouldn't bring them out. But now it's like the norm. So that's
Mhm,
weird.
mhm. Is there a
That's like
type of
that's a
dog that's
different Iran.
popular? Out of
I don't
curiosity.
know. Like I haven't been to Iran for more than 20 years. I'm just saying when I was in Iran, having a dog was like such a no
Taboo.
and such
Yeah.
a taboo. Yeah. But
Yeah.
now it's all over the place. Yeah.
Yeah. Angie gave a super chat. Thank you, Angie, saying the Islamic Republic panics. It's Satan. Basically. It reminded me
Yes.
of a story of a friend of mine. And he was growing up in the 80s, and he was telling me about how when he was a kid, it was the Michael Jordan era, and it was the Chicago Bulls, and the Chicago Bulls globally, on fire, absolute, everyone just obsessed with the Chicago Bulls. And somehow in his like village town, he got like a huge like Chicago Bulls legit jacket. And it was a huge deal that he got this Chicago Bulls jacket all the way in his town. And he was so excited. It was like a dream come true. And he wore the first day that he wore his Chicago Bulls jacket as a child, the morality police came and brought him
Oh.
in and took and confiscated his jacket because they said that it was satanic, because the Chicago Bulls logo is like this giant red bull. So it's like this angry red face with the giant horns. And they thought it was satanic. And he would just talked about how it was one of the worst things that happened in his childhood. Was he was like just so excited to get his Michael Jackson, like rare, no, excuse me, Michael Jordan, like rare Chicago Bulls, like super sick, like 1980s jacket. And on the
What
first
the
day, they
hell?
came and took it from him because it was satanic.
You have to be like, do you know that there are actual animals that have horns, right? Like, you know that the concept of a horn is not just a mythology thing for the devil. Do you know that there? Have you seen a goat before, sir? Have you seen a bull? Do you know that horns are actually a thing for animals? It's not just about.
The science
Bizarre.
apologist, the red heifer. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. See, are you starting to see the patterns now?
Oh my god. Okay. We have my mouse is running out of battery, which is weird because I just changed it. Okay, so can we clap for the next news?
Yes, we can.
Okay, great.
Next news, anti-Islam message on pizza receipt leads to police investigation in Malaysia. Authorities in Malaysia have launched an investigation after a Domino's pizza receipt containing a derogatory message mocking Islam was circulated online. The instance, which occurred in May 15th in Penang, prompted police to open cases for hurting religious feelings and using, quote, insulting or abusive words with the intent to provoke a breach of peace. Superintendent Kamarul Mizal Janal stated, quote, we urge the public to refrain from speculation which could threaten public order. Domino's Pizza condemned the incident, emphasizing we do not tolerate discrimination or aggression of any kind. Four foreigners, so this happened 2 days ago. The update is that four foreigners have been arrested in connection with the case, underscoring the serious nature of the offense. The insane Pizzagate too. Um, so here's the thing. I Oh my gosh. This is so funny. So I was like, what happened? What was the So Armin, please bring up the show notes of the image I wanted you to show. So I did a little bit of digging because and zoom in a lot. Um, the news was not saying what the insult was. So I did a little bit of digging. Wait, no, you're gonna have to, yeah, like really zoom in. Can you? Yeah, there we go. So here's the thing. So I guess they had like some delivery notes or something that they left on the receipt so that the pizza could be delivered to them easier. And this is what it said. So I was like, what did they? Because a lot of times when there's these accusations of blasphemy, I can't find what was said, right? Because it wasn't
Mhm.
reported. I did some digging and I found it. It says payment required. And then the note at this noisy place with stupid moaning sound like having sex every day. Stupid Islam. So I think what they're trying to communicate is that they are near a masjid.
Near a mosque, a mosque.
Yeah, yeah, and they call it stupid noisy place with a moaning sound like having sex every
Wait,
I
that
don't
sounds
know.
like the person who ordered the pizza put it there. No, not the person who delivered the
No,
pizza.
exactly.
Is
The
that?
person that made the order put in this note.
Yeah. Yes.
And
So
apparently,
just follow the
allegedly,
azan.
yeah, they're foreigners, and so obviously these foreigners were
Oh,
not
they're fine.
loving the sights and sounds of being located near the local mosque.
Wait, should I bring up the adhan and we could listen to it and see if it actually sounds like that or not? Like, do you
The
wanna?
funny thing is, that, um, I when I was looking into what the insult was, I was not expecting this. Last night, I just
Yeah,
burst out
I was.
laughing.
Yeah, I was thinking, why would they put? I was thinking about why would they put it? Why would they insult Islam on a pizza order? Now it makes a lot of sense. They were just giving you instructions on where to deliver the pizza to. It's just like just follow the sex noises.
Yeah, just go look for the moaning noise.
That is hilarious. I've never heard that before. Stupid. No, I like the part where it's like stupid Islam. Wait, hold on, bring it up again. Like it's so with stupid. Okay. At There's
This
no other instructions. So
No.
so this is the description that you add on top of the address to help the delivery guy find a place. So at this noisy place with stupid more morning sound like having sex. I love this stupid Islam at this stupid Islam. Stupid Islam.
You can
Like
tell
we have
that they are so annoyed over being woken up in the morning. They're
right.
like, "I'm
Here's the
over
thing.
it. I'm done. I don't wanna hear it anymore."
I can understand how if you hear the azan for the first time, it might sound a little bit, you know, interesting or kind of um I don't know, mythical, kind of like meditative,
Mhm.
okay? So some people who hear for the first time, like, okay, that's okay. Like I could see somebody like this calming effect that might have on you. But imagine having to hear that 5 times every freaking day. It will become immediately extremely annoying. That is the problem with it. So actually, should we play it?
Especially, I just imagine it, like, playing over a neighborhood on, like, blown out speakers.
Hold on. So let me see. Let's see if this actually sounds like sex noises. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Let me go back a little bit because I had it muted.
الله أكبر الله أكبر
I would never listen to the adhan ever again the same way.
Allahu Akbar,
Yeah, okay.
Allahu Akbar.
That's a very good come. Like if that's sex noises, this must have been really good.
Heavenly.
Heavenly orgasm. Yeah, I could see why somebody would think that. Yeah. All right.
Oh my God, Zayd
Right.
is. I live in a neighborhood with more than 10 mosques, and there's one right next to my window.
Oh no.
I
Oh
would
no.
lose my
Oh
mind.
no. I'm so sorry, Zayd. I'm so sorry.
I would lose my mind. I would lose my mind. Armin has seen how grumpy I get when my sleep is interrupted. I'm a straight up
Right.
bitch. And if this was like a permanent fixture of my life, I fear that it might get taken out on the people in my life.
I think if that guy was staying at an Airbnb, the Airbnb guy should have said that like there's a mosque next, like that person should get like a bad review. Like there needs to be, like I feel like I'm creating a story in my head. Like this is a foreigner staying at an Airbnb next to a mosque, and they're pissed that because they have to listen to the azan. You know, when I went, can I tell you a story? When I was a kid, we went to Dubai, and I was shocked to hear the adhan. First of all, in Iran, you
Okay.
hear the adhan 3 times a day, not 5 times a day. Okay, because the Shias are lazy. This is something that the Sunnis hate the Shia for, because they have reduced the 5 time prayers to 3 prayers a day by mixing them together. Right, so 4 of the prayers are mixed together, so you have to pray 3 times. So less azan during the day, so that's an advantage. But also, I was shocked when I was in Dubai because I just was a Sunni country. The UAE was a Sunni country, and they didn't have. So you say Allah. It starts the call to prayer says Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, and then part of it says Ashhadu anna Muhammad Rasulullah, which means I testify that Muhammad is the prophet of God, and then it follows by saying Ashhadu anna Ali Waliullah, and they didn't have that. I was like,
Oh my
they
God.
skipped a part. When I was in Dubai, I was like, oh my god, they skipped the Ali part. How like this Azan is missing the Ali part. How is the
Yeah,
like
Ali.
yeah. Like the Azan didn't have Ali. Yeah, so that was weird. As a kid, I was
How could
shocked.
they?
Yeah.
How could they? They don't understand his sacrifice, his purity.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Angie Unier gave a super chat. Thank you, Angie. Saying Islam tries to look good until someone said something bad about me and then goes on a tantrum. Yeah.
Mm.
Self-criticism is not a strong point.
Do you know who makes the most amazing, gorgeous, and other adjectives that I can't use here on YouTube, blasphemous art ever? We do! And for some reason, we are giving it away for free. Download them now using the link in the description before we change our mind.